If you are joining me for the first time, please remember to click subscription button and hit that notification bell to be the first person to receive the video that will be produced by DevTech Media. DevTech Media, updating you. DevTech Media, subscribe to DevTech Media. Hey friends, welcome to DevTech Media, your number one news channel. I'm your host and producer, Luchinbi David. If you're really joining me for the first time, please don't forget to click that subscription button and that notification bell. Thank you for tuning in at DevTech Media. Remember, this is the channel that will produce news, trending videos, political news, gospel music, as well as entertainment. Today's update, please take a look at this video. Watch.
Has to go through a convention of that particular political party. So there are sessions from the three colleagues that they sponsored the President Kalaba to stand. They only invited him. Is null and void. Because the constitution of the country does not demand that we invite a candidate to stand on your party. The constitution of this country demands that one has to go through a convention within the party for that one to qualify to stand as a presidential candidate. And the fact that President Kalaba, his nominations were accepted by the ECZ, and he was put on a ballot paper, it was enough evidence that he met all the requirements, that of going through an electoral convention. So I want to dismiss those sessions with the contempt that they deserve. There was nothing like inviting Honorable Kalaba to go to start cohabiting with the DP, invite Honorable Kalaba to come and if it was an invitation, I'm sure the ECZ was going to turn down the nomination. Very true. That is very clear, unless otherwise people want to please their paymasters, which we are very much aware of. Second, going by the behavior our three colleagues have exhibited, which is of gross indiscipline, they have put this party into disrepute, they have put the name of the president into disrepute, all in the name of trying to fulfill their paymasters. The emergency DNC meeting that sat this morning, I decided that first of all, we are a law-abiding party, and we've got our constitution, which constitution provides guidance on how to deal with matters of this nature. So we are going to follow our own constitution. So what we have decided as a DNC is that our three colleagues are put on suspension immediately. They have been placed on suspension immediately. Whilst they are claiming to have expelled President Kalaba, the three of them, I want to tell them and tell the nation that they said the National Committee of the DP is the one that has decided to suspend the three colleagues. Yes. And we are going to write them exculpatory letters, which letters they will have to respond to in the next 14 days. Failure to which, or even if they respond, and depending on their response, then the DNC will sit again to make a final decision. So for now, Mr. Justin Nkonge, Judith Kabemba, and Evans Chirambwe stands suspended by the National Committee of the Democratic Party. We will subject them to the disciplinary process of the party, so letters will be written to them to exculpate themselves. Thereafter, a final decision will be made. I think for now that's all I can communicate to you with regard to whatever transpired yesterday. And I want to take this opportunity to ask all members of the DP across the country that we are the new hope. I want to take this opportunity to ask them to remain calm and just know that we are in control of this party. The party can never be governed by 3 individuals. You can see our colleagues, our fellow leaders behind me here, and even those that have not managed because it was on short notice, they are in support of the decisions that we have made here. So all our members across the country remain calm and continue mobilizing. Continue mobilizing because very soon we will start reconstituting our structures from the ward, constituents, district and provincial level. And even new members. I have been in politics to speak as a person. I have been in politics for 17 years. To speak as an individual, I have been in politics for 17 years. There is no political party that can grow without welcoming new members. So we are also encouraging new members to please feel free to join our party. Members from the UPND, you are welcome. Members from the Socialist Party, you are welcome. Members from the Party for Honorable Amdudu, you are welcome. Even those members that have not joined the political party before, you are welcome. We want to grow. We can only grow if we open doors for new members. Very, very important. There's no political party that closes its doors to new members. And it's not everybody who was in PF who was bad. That's not true. PF was voted by 1.8 million people. All those 1.8 million people you're telling me were bad heads? No, we need the good heads from the 1.8 million people to join us so that we become stronger than we were. Thank you so much, members of the press. Unless you have questions, I would like to, after my address, invite the president also to say 1 or 2 things so that unless there are questions, we'll allow few questions, then I invite the president. Okay, I'm advised that the questions will come even after the president addresses the press as well. So thank you so much for your attention. That is the position of the Party National Committee, which is the supreme organ of the party. Anything other than that, consider it null and void. And whatever they want to do, I can assure them, those 3 colleagues, that we are equal to the task. We will take them on, and they will be made sorry. And they will be made sorry, that I can assure you. Thank you so much.
Alex.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'm very delighted to receive all of you to the party secretariat, and I want to thank wholeheartedly the Democratic National Committee of our party. I sit here strengthened. I sit here energized, or stand here energized, because the DNC of our party has reaffirmed its confidence in the leadership that we have started from years back. You will recall that this journey has not been without drama. We have had to be stopped in so many ways by surrogates. We have had to be stopped in so many ways by people who fall along the line for money. Colleagues will recall that I walked out on the Patriotic Front in 2017 on the 17th of December on account of corruption. And I said the PF was corrupt. And I said never will I ever return to the PF. So when you hear Bakabudo, who are trying to make a noun out of my name, you realize that things are not easy. I can tell you that I am delighted and I'm very confident that our party, which is one of the most organized political parties, is going to handle its own internal challenges very smoothly. I think we have a team of men and women who are equal to the task. And that myself as president, my job is easy. Mine is just to watch and move on. We continue with our mobilization programs as a party. We will not be deterred, just as we were not deterred when the PF cancelled our certificates. We continued mobilizing, we continued working hard. And even now, we'll continue even doing this much more. Because the DP is the party people are counting on. And we carry the burden of those people on our shoulders. And those who think that they can come in between and stand on the way of this aspiration, they have drawn a blank. Because the DP will still emerge triumphant. You can be hired in whatever sort. You can have your own special relations of whatever sort. But the DP will still emerge victorious. And this I can assure you. As the National Secretary has said, when we began the race for presidency, we didn't start to end tomorrow. I was telling you the other day that if I don't win the elections, or if we don't win as a party in 2026, in the unlikely event we don't win, that will not be the end of the journey. We'll continue to 2031. If we don't win in 2031, we'll continue to 2036. If we don't win in 2036, we'll continue 2041 until then we decide. We have seen challenges, and I can tell you this is nothing. We are going to overcome many challenges coming ahead of us because we are growing as a political party. And as we are growing as a party, we'll brace ourselves, and the DNC of our party will continue bracing itself for the new and old challenges that lie ahead. And me as your leader, that you have chosen at a moment such as this, at a defining moment of our country, I can tell you with certainty that I carry the cross with no reservations. I left the PF because of corruption and indiscipline. And even as you have today said, you have still reaffirmed my being president of the DP. I can still tell you that indiscipline will not be part of me. And even if you think you are my best friend, you might think you are close to me, if it is indiscipline, we'll part company. No indisciplined soldier wins the war. And so we'll continue on that path as a party. Because with discipline, we're going to achieve a lot. So thank you very much for coming. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's time for questions. We're taking stand in front of me. Stand in front of me a bit. Yeah, how's this one?
OSG.
They have both stated the stance of the party with regards to the president. However, the reason of the spousals of the president. And the assertions true that there has been mismanagement of funds for the political party, and you as a political party have been, and the president in his capacity as president has been putting people in position without the ratification of the DNC of the party. Thank you very much.
Your name and the media house.
You've rightly repeated the statement that the three individuals have been paid, rather they are trying to satisfy their paymasters, but you've not gone ahead to disclose who these paymasters. I think it would be of interest to me, the media and the public, that we get to know who you are referring to as the paymasters.
Okay, it's okay. Ask me.
Let's hear from the lady also.
I would like to find out from family. Yes, among the concerns that were raised yesterday, Madam Judith and Mr. Konge said they are the office bearers to the Democratic Party and not Mr. Harry Kalaba. Can you confirm that they are indeed the office bearers to the political party?
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Kazira. Mr. Kazira, you wanted to find out whether the allegations of mismanagement of funds, the President Kalaba, individually appointing people into the DNC. I want to tell you that, Mr. Kazira, this is an opposition political party. It's an opposition political party, and I want to confirm here before my colleagues that there has never been a mismanagement of funds. If it has been, if there has been a mismanagement of funds, Mr. Kazira, all of us here, because we are all stakeholders in this political party, it cannot be the three of them only complaining. And Mr. Nkonge was the national treasurer. Madam Judith Kabemba was the vice president. They should have been the one to know where the source of the money that is being mismanaged was coming from. So, as far as we are concerned, and as far as we know, as the National Committee, Mr. Kalaba, as the president of the party, he himself has been sacrificing to ensure that this party runs every day. It cannot be fair when you even know, and Mr. Nkonge knows that, when you even know that this man is taking away the money that is supposed to feed his family, to sponsor the party activities, and you still want him to account for the same money. At the same time, he's accounting. He's accounting to his family. Why is he misusing? He's actually misusing family monies in order for the party to run. So that cannot stand. The issue of positions, Mr. Kalaba appointing people alone to the DNC. Yes, he's been doing that because he's being supported by the constitution of our party. The party gives him powers to appoint only 10, if I'm not mistaken, 10 National Committee members. And he has not even exhausted that number anyway. There are still some more that he can appoint within the constitution of our party. And even Mr. Nkonge himself, he calls himself a national treasurer. You ask him, who appointed him? Who was consulted for him to be appointed as a national treasurer? It was only the president, Mr. Kalaba. He used his constitutional powers to appoint Mr. Nkonge as national secretary, as a national treasurer. Madam Judith Kabemba has been a vice president for only 6 months, if not less. Only 5 months. Who appointed him? It is the same President Kalaba who appointed Judith Kabemba early in May to be the vice president of the party and eventually the running mate. Why didn't she question that who? Why didn't she want to find out who President Kalaba consulted for her to be appointed as the vice president? So you can see that's where now the question from Mr. Chirala comes in, that we have every reason to first of all suspect that I think in their right frame of the mind, our colleagues, without being put on a drip, they cannot begin to make this kind of misjudgments. We know we are doing some investigations, Mr. Chirala, and at the right time. The game has just started. I can assure you, at the right time when we get to the bottom of this, we will be able to disclose the payment. These are politics. We will disclose them. Those that want the DP to be destroyed. But we are still investigating. And coming to Prudence, office bearers, we wanted to find out that they were claiming that yes, Mr. Kalaba is not one of the office bearers and they are the office bearers. Yes, it's true. there are only 9 pallbearers of the DP, and I want you to get this. There are only 9 of them, and those 3 are among the 9. Fortunate enough for us, and unfortunate enough to them, there are only 3. We have the support of the 6. So then you can answer for yourselves. And those 6 are present here with us. Can I call those pallbearers for the DP to be here? Cross, please. The DP pallbearers, they are here. The 6 of us, the 6 of them are here. So if it is 6 against 3, then you know where they are going. Then you know where they are going. They could be the pallbearers, but they are only 3 out of 9, and the 6 are against what they are doing, and they are here with us, and they were part of the decision that has been made by the DNC. You don't need to be a president of the party for you to be, you don't need to be one of the pallbearers for you to be president of the party, please. Please. You don't need to. You only become a president of a party through a convention. Yes. Through an elective convention. And that is what President Kalaba went through.
Sure.
Thank you.
We'll take another set of questions. We still have questions. We can start.
Yes, please. I'm Oswald from Prime TV. I'd like to find out, you've rightly said that the president actually has appointed some people to the executive committee. Do we have some senior Patriotic Front members or former members in that committee?
My name is Tito. I represent S24.
Your name again, sorry, my brother.
Tito. I represent Spring TV. The question that begs asking really is that the National Committee of the DP, did you form a quorum when you were affirming HK as a president of DP? And secondly, outside of the people that you've actually suspended being surrogates or being paid up, is there anything else that they've done that has made you suspend them, outside of them being paid up?
Okay.
One more. Another question? Yes. Introduce yourself and the media.
My name is Alfonso from the New Media newspaper. And yes, my question goes to you. I just want to find out, is there any point where the DNC voted, passed the vote of no confidence against the vice president? Is there any point after the election that the DNC passed vote of no confidence in the vice president?
Okay, so maybe we take the 3. Mr. Oswald, senior members of the PF, amongst those that have been appointed. Yes, Mr. Oswald. There has been former members of parliament, immediate past members of parliament for PF who have been opted to be in the DNC because we feel they can add value. Remember I told you, we went into an election as the DP 2 months ago, not so? And we came out with only 25,000 votes. 25,000 only. So, some of the people are even teasing us to say you were even defeated by the... So if you go into an election and you come out with 25,000 while the others are getting millions, and you want to close the door and be satisfied with only the 25,000, then you are a serious political joker. You are a serious political joker. We are attracting and inviting, and I appeal again, any eminent member or politician who means well to the people of Zambia is welcome to DP. So, sir, there has been some members, immediate past members of the members of parliament for DP. For Patriotic Front. I don't know if that is what you refer to being senior, because I don't know. You can be a member of parliament of the party, but you are not a senior member of that party. So I can only confirm that there has been immediate past PF members of parliament who have joined us and are part of the DNC, and they will remain part of the DNC.
And we still need them more.
Because we need them to help us to grow the party. Tito wanted to find out whether the column was formed by the DNC at the time it was making the decision of suspending our 3 colleagues. The DNC, Mr. Chintu, I think for now, if my memory serves me well, we are only 44 of us altogether. And our constitution says the column of the DNC is half the total number of the DNC members. So if 44 are the DNC members for now, half is 22, isn't it, Mr. Tito? So therefore, I want to confirm with you that we were 27 of us in the meeting. So we were more than the quorum, and so the decision is legitimate. Then you were saying, other than being paid, what is there anything that they have done? I didn't get your question clearly. We are suspecting that they might have been paid, and we are investigating and get to the bottom of that, because those are colleagues who've been within the party. It is surprising that all of a sudden they can walk up and start behaving in the manner they are behaving if nothing, no invisible hand is playing with them. Because then we need to question their thinking. If there's no invisible hand, then how come they are thinking like that? So the only offense that they have committed, as far as we are concerned, is putting the name of the party into disrepute by behaving the way they behaved yesterday. There is so many amicable ways of sorting out a problem. If they were aggrieved by 1 or 2 things, they should have used a civilized way within the party to sort out the problems. They have never attempted to do that. To say, no, we attempted to sit down, then we were not heard, that's why we have decided to do this. That's where we are suspecting a lot of things, because if they mean well, they could have started by engaging the leadership and say, gentlemen, we are not happy about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Then they see the response, then they can say, hey, we were ignored when we raised poor issues, so then we are going to go the uncivilized way. So, as far as we are concerned, it's only those that indiscipline they exhibited yesterday that we are dealing with for now. Sure. Vote of no confidence in Judith Kabemba. Has there been a day when Madam Judith Kabemba was a vote of no confidence was put on Madam Judith Kabemba? Not to my memory. As far as I'm concerned, I think what has threatened Madam Judith Kabemba is the fact that 2 weeks ago, because I have to be very open with you members of the press, so that we know where some of these things are coming from. 2 weeks ago, we had a DNC meeting. We have been in the process of putting up our constitution, and in the DNC meeting, there was a motion that was moved to create another position for the office of the vice president, so that we can have the president of the party and 2 vice presidents, 1 for political, 1 for administration. We are only suspecting that maybe that motion, and it was unanimously supported by the DNC members, including herself. So we can only suspect that maybe she began feeling insecure and thinking that the next vice president would be, you never know. You know what I mean? That is about herself. So there's never been a vote of no confidence, except a motion was pushed to create another position for the also the vice president. Thank you so much.
Colleagues, do we still have questions so that we can get to the last 2 questions so that we can maybe...
You're okay.
Yeah, okay?
Yes. Thank you so much, colleagues. We'll be calling upon you time and again. The game has just started and we'll play it with them.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning in at DevTech Media. Remember, DevTech Media is the media that shares news, trending videos, political news, gospel music, as well as entertainment. Please don't forget to click that subscription button and that notification bell to be the very first person to receive the video that will be produced and posted by DevTech Media. DevTech Media, updating you.